Hey, so let's take a look at the resources for teachers now that you're in a pro account. If this hasn't happened to you yet, it will within minutes. They seem to be rolling everybody into it. This is when you launch your CodeHS account. It will give you the same sections you've set up, but now they will say pro. That means you have access to everything. This is the full license, and it is in place. Now, the key place to get you ready and thinking about Monday is this thing here called resources. When you look at this thing on the side and you click on resources, it's going to take you to a new screen. Now, the new screen is going to have a ton of teacher resources. Little hint right up here, this is the resources for everything. We want to scroll down to Intro to Computer Science and Python 3. There are 3 buttons I'm going to show you today that are really kind of cool, that are really quick. One of them is lesson plans, the other one is program guides, and the third is the handouts, just to give you a sense of what's there. The lesson plans are already there. These won't be that great. You know, the welcome is just how do we use CodeHS. But once you get into prior programming with Tracy the Turtle and the grid world and how to turn Tracy and for loops, all of that, there are full blown lessons for each one of these with objectives and specific things laid out. Under print slides, it's a PDF of the slides. This actually opens a copy of the Google document you can copy for yourself. So you can use the Google slide deck if you want. The intro to Tracy has a formative quiz you can use. There are 3, 4 questions. I strongly recommend, you know, you're going to stand up and do this little video lesson here, then go ahead and do the quick formative, have the kids do it, see what they're doing, show them, you know, see what they're able to do right away. That's formative assessment used in real time. It's a great way to work. Then under here, you go over to this Slinky thing, and this is the actual Slinky example, and it's explore this example. This is not an accident. They do a full-blown example already for them, so you could take a minute and show that to them. And then under Stretch Slinky, the Stretch Slinky is the thing that they're going to have to do. So when you open up Stretch Slinky, it does show you their version, their workspace right here. Okay. So that's one of the things that you get. But the other thing that's kind of cool is here's a full blown lesson plan, key vocabulary, and it's okay. There's only one piece. You don't have to have 9 vocabulary terms every day, right? Handouts. If you want to talk about how the circles work, you get these handy dandy handouts. I gave you the teacher version. You can see that there'll be student versions of that too. It just doesn't have the answers in it. But that allows you to kind of do a little bit of work with the kids on paper. Or if you got a kid who is without their computer, you can have that option for them. And then under planning notes, you can take a look at all of the different plans that are in there, use them or modify them. It's entirely up to you. It's your classroom. But we do want to take a synchronous, let's build a classroom community of coders approach. These are the video slides, which again, you can open up in Google Docs as Google Slide Deck. There are some discussion class questions. There's some ways to do assessment formatively at the end of class. You could turn these into exit tickets if you wanted, and these are the standards. So let's go into that. I'm going to close this off. I'm going to close this off and this off. Now, over here, these are problem guides. Problem guides are kind of handy dandy. If I go into a problem guide for the Slinky, this is the Stretch Slinky code. This is actually the correct answer to that. And then common questions. And then I love this. Explain this to me. How do you do this example? They're not 100%. About 80% of them have an explain this to me video, and the 20% that don't have an explain this to me video have a button that says request one. So if you're looking ahead and you're like, I really don't understand this, but I need to, you can click request one and they'll probably put one in there sooner or later. And usually my experience is that they're fairly responsive. Then finally, here's another way to get the handouts. I already showed you these handouts. Don't worry about these free and pro buttons because you have a pro account. My hope is that will guide you to the resources that you need to get what you need to get started. I encourage you to explore. We'll take a look at more. There'll be an in-depth onboarding session coming. I'm working on making something happen in February. I'm back and forth in with these guys. So hopefully we can make that happen together. Thanks for being a part of this. I am very excited. Bye.